Up there.
There you go.
What's wrong with this?
That's new.
The rain.
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
Let's go ahead, bro. That's for sure. Yeah. Cause I don't wanna live the way I did before. Oh, no. So I decided, I don't wanna be the same. I don't wanna be the same, no. I'ma change my life, I'ma do things right. And live when it gets hard.
The Rams fans. How y'all doing?
Always first. First one to click on. I guess we're gonna talk about that too. Look at like a Mandrake. There's a Genesis 30. We're gonna talk about that too. Yeah, we get this. That's what I heard. That's what made them Christian. And go to 39 first. 29. That's the second. Second and then Leah.
You all know what's on that too. Notice on that.
Dude. Peter, how you doing, sis? What's up, son? Hey, girl. What? Nene.
Hey, Miss Vita.
Nene own some stuff today, bro.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Oh my God.
How y'all doing?
Shalom, y'all. How y'all doing this evening?
Rosa.
What'd you say?
Shalom, Rosa.
Oh, I thought you were talking Hebrew for a minute. Shalom, what?
I don't know if y'all heard us arguing about what we're gonna talk about today. So if y'all got something, y'all type it in.
I said technically, I guess it is Hebrew. That's like to what we talking about today.
What? Shalom?
She said that was she was speaking
Oh.
Spanish.
Go ahead. You.
Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, let's get this thing started.
Wow, yeah. Speaking in that, that's what I call it.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
How we started off? Psalms
Yeah.
119, 104.
Uh-huh.
Through thy precepts I get understanding.
Yes, sir.
Therefore I hate every false way.
All right.
Every false way. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof
Destruction.
is destruction. There's a way that seemeth right, but it ain't the right way.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, let me say something before we get started real quick. Had a conversation with a person and they believe something different than what I believe, you know. Of course, I gave my reason for believing it.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave theirs. It didn't make sense to me, but evidently made sense to them.
Yeah.
And, you know, what you believe is, you should follow what you believe, you know. Even if there's a different disagreement, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But God knows your heart. If you really believe what you're saying,
Right.
and you know, you're supposed to believe that.
Like Paul.
Yeah, you're supposed to go ahead and yeah, right, exactly like Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, good example.
Mm-hmm.
Paul believed he was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And he went full speed ahead.
So did.
Until, you know, the Most High kicked him off his horse. You
Right.
know?
Right.
So, hey, if you believe something with all your heart, you know, sincerely,
Mm-hmm.
by all means, do what you do.
Right.
Most High know your heart. You know.
That's right.
But, hey, don't condemn me
Right.
for doing the same thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so I just want to say that.
Very good.
You know what?
That's what Mike just said. Very good. Very good. All right. What we talking about, BJ? We're gonna get into Issachar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess we got somebody that wanted to know some information about Issachar.
Yeah. So we did Dan last week. We looked for Dan. Now let's see if we can. Huh?
So, yeah.
What is it?
See, they go cutting us off. They go cutting us
I'm
off
telling you,
already.
man.
See what I'm talking about. I know how they feel.
Yeah, and there you go.
Okay, I'm sorry, Nina.
It was me. I guess I could.
Somebody
have
said,
said, I ain't doing that. Y'all didn't have to say it. I didn't do it.
All right. Well, let's talk about Issachar, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about him.
See if we can find.
And did they want to know exactly about them and who they are today?
They didn't really say, man. We
Okay.
just kind of, I guess we just read about it.
Okay.
See what we can find.
Okay, cool.
Issachar.
Well, I can start it off with the Zondervan Bible Dictionary.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Zondervan Bible Dictionary, what it says about Issachar.
Okay.
It says Issachar, son of Jacob and Leah. He had 4 sons, and with them went down with Jacob into Egypt. There he died and was buried. His descendants formed a tribe consisting of 5 great tribal families. A Korahite doorkeeper in the reign of David. All right.
That's it?
That's all it said about Issachar.
Issachar.
That's it.
All right. Let's go back to where he was born.
Yep.
So there's something about the way he was born that gave him his name and his attributes in life.
Right.
So let's go. You said 20. This is 29?
You want to start at 29? Yeah.
Yeah. 29 and
this is 29. And we can start it.
How far you want to go back?
Not too far. I want to just go down to where he was. Jacob was deceived because he wanted. Well, basically, let's get the story. Yeah, because he wanted Rachel.
We might well start at 1.
Right. He wanted Rachel, and something happened. So let's just start the story off.
All right.
At the beginning. All right, y'all. This is Genesis 29, verse 1. Then Jacob went on his journey and came into the land of the people of the east. And he looked, and behold, a well in the field. And lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it. For out of the well they watered the flocks. And a great stone was upon the well's mouth. And thither were all the flocks gathered. And they rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the sheep, and put the stone upon the well's mouth in his place. And Jacob said unto them, My brethren, whence be ye? And they said, Of Haran are we. And he said unto them, Know ye Laban, the son of Nahor? And they said, We know him. And he said unto them, Is he well? And they said, He is well. And behold, Rachel, his daughter, cometh with the sheep. And he said, Lo, it is yet high day, neither is it time that the cattle should be gathered together. Water ye the sheep, and go and feed them. And they said, We cannot until the flocks be gathered together. And they until they roll the stone from the well's mouth. Then we water the sheep. And while he yet spake with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. And it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother. Who mother's brother? That was Jacob's.
Jacob's mother's brother.
So that was Uncle Laban.
Uncle Laban.
That was Laban was his uncle, y'all. And Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother,
Mm-hmm.
that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban, his mother's brother.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob kissed Rachel.
Man,
Yeah,
already?
I'm telling you, you ain't waiting no time there.
Yeah.
And Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother and that he was Rebekah's son.
Mm.
And she ran and told her father.
Okay.
And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to the house.
Mm-hmm.
And he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh, you family.
Uh-huh.
And he abode with him the space of a month. And Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wages be?
Now, if you read this in Jasher, of course, you got more detail.
Right.
But Jacob had came there with a lot of stuff. You know, he left his mom and daddy house with gold and silver, you know, money. But Esau had told his son Eliphaz to go rob him and kill him. Jacob talked him out of it, and he ended up just getting robbed
Mm-hmm.
and let go. So he was supposed to have some money to buy his bride or die. Yeah, he's supposed to have some money for that, but he didn't.
Yep.
Because Eliphaz took it.
Yep.
Read it in Jasher, you get more detail.
Yep.
Okay, so he ended up having to work it off.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep. Verse 16. And Laban had two daughters. The name of the elder was Leah,
Mm-hmm.
and the name of the younger was Rachel.
Yeah.
Leah was tender-eyed,
Mm.
but Rachel was beautiful and well favored. Yeah. Leah, y'all, she was she was a little cock-eyed a little bit. She told Leah. She was a little cross-eyed, y'all.
Yeah.
But Rachel was beautiful and well favored.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel,
Uh-huh.
thy younger daughter. What's the problem with that?
We'll see.
Okay, you want me to get away? Yeah. Okay. All right. Verse 19. And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man.
Mm-hmm.
Abide with me. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel.
Yep.
7 years for Rachel. And they seemed unto him but a few days for the love he had for her.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. Verse 21.
Yeah.
And Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her. And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, his daughter. Y'all see what Laban did? Jacob asked for Rachel.
Yeah.
Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him. That's not who Jacob asked for.
No.
And went in unto her.
Now, this is going to be, if we ever do the virgin birth again, y'all make sure we go here.
Yeah.
Because the whole ceremony, of course, now you see the ceremony, they're coming together for a ceremony.
Yes, that's weird.
What'd you say?
I said that's why he had a trick, because he wanted them to actually perform the ceremony.
Yeah, so they going through the ceremony. Rachel is there throughout the whole ceremony.
Yeah.
But he ended up marrying Leah.
That's right.
You mean to tell me she been dancing with him, drinking with him, hugging and kissing him all night, and then because he switched him at the last minute,
Yeah.
now that means that he's married to her. You see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
The consummation is what made the marriage, not the ceremony.
Right.
The consummation.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And it was already well with the father because he's the one that done it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he wanted. Well, we'll get to it.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass in that evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him, and he went in unto her. Verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah, his maid, for an handmaid. And
Wait. Did you miss something?
Verse 24. And Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah, his maid, for an handmaid.
Now, I must have missed my cue. Oh, why was it so easy for him to slip Leah in instead of Rachel?
Because they're twins.
Because they were?
They're twins.
Right.
Where you read that at? She said they twins. I didn't
Where you found that at? Where you found out of it? She must have heard it from somewhere.
Right.
Did she hear it from somewhere?
It's in another book, ain't it? Yeah. So y'all can make me feel like I ain't know what I'm talking about.
I don't say it, girl.
You know I don't know what book it was.
It's in the book of Jasher.
That's Jasher.
The book of Jasher tell you that they were twins.
Right. Yeah.
So
But Leah was a little, there you go. But they were twins.
Mm-hmm.
They were twins. Yeah. So after all that partying and drinking, and then it was time for the consummation.
And if you read Jasher too,
He couldn't tell. That's right.
You see that he
Couldn't
cut
tell
off.
no different. Go ahead.
What's that?
Go ahead, man.
If you read Jasher, you see that Laban made it dark as he can get.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Cut off all the lights, cut the hallway lights off, cut the bathroom light off.
Yeah.
and he sent her in there.
Yep.
And like I said, the consummation made the marriage, not the
And
ceremony.
singing her name. They tell y'all that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I need more information. He couldn't figure out why they were saying it.
Right.
Leah.
Yeah.
Read Jasher, y'all.
Yeah.
Read it in Jasher. Go ahead.
Jake was like, huh? But yeah. Okay. And also it tells you another reason why it was done like that with Laban. I'm about to tell you now.
Mm-hmm.
And Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah his maid for a handmaid. And it came to pass that in the morning, behold, it was Leah.
Mm-hmm.
And he said to Laban, this is Jacob, what is this that thou hast done unto me? Did not I serve with thee for Rachel?
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore then hast thou beguiled me? Watch what Laban said, y'all. And Laban said, it must not be so done in our country, to give the younger before the firstborn.
Why you tell me that they want?
Exactly. You know who I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's our tradition to give off the eldest daughter first.
Right.
Well, you didn't tell me that. I worked 7 years for Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Watch what he tell him though.
And Laban said, it must not be done in our country to give the younger before the firstborn. Verse 27.
So do what?
Fulfill her week.
Finish this wedding ceremony week.
Yep.
And then what?
And we will give thee this also for the service which thou shalt serve with me yet 7 other years. Fulfill this week. And I tell you what, if you want Rachel.
Look, he went ahead and gave it to her.
Right.
But you still got to work it out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Give him another 7 years.
Right. Exactly.
He knew he would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. And Jacob, verse 28, and Jacob did so and fulfilled her week.
Leah's week.
And he gave him Rachel, his daughter, to wife also.
See, a lot of people think that he worked 14 years and then got her. No, he got it right then.
Right, but he still had
to work it out.
There you go.
Okay.
And Laban gave to Rachel his daughter Bilhah his handmaid to be her maid.
Mm-hmm.
And he went in also unto Rachel, and he loved also Rachel more than Leah, and served with him yet 7 other years. And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. And Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben. For she said, surely the Lord hath looked upon my affliction. Now, therefore, my husband will love me. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, because the Lord hath heard that I was hated, he hath therefore given me this son also. And she called his name Simeon.
Okay.
And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, now this time will my husband be joined unto me, because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore was his name his name called Levi. Okay. And she conceived again and bare a son. And she said, now will I praise the Lord. Therefore she called his name Judah.
That's us.
Yep. Leah's our foremother, y'all. And left barren.
Okay.
All right.
That's all the 29. We're gonna let's get Issachar out of 30.
All right. This is Genesis. This is Genesis chapter 30, verse 1. And when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, Rachel envied her sister, and said unto Jacob, give me children, or else I die. And Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel. And he said, am I in God's stead? Who hath withheld thee from thee the fruit of the womb?
What am I supposed to do?
I can't make you pray. I mean, hey, I can't do it.
You see, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Without my part, but you ain't coming pregnant.
Yeah. Maybe it's you. Okay.
And she said, verse 3, she said, behold, my maid Bilhah, go in unto her, and she shall bear upon my knees, that I may also have children by her. And she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to wife. And Jacob went in unto her, and Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son.
Jacob.
Bilhah conceived.
And Joshua, did it say he didn't want to do it?
It did.
No, it didn't.
Did it?
No.
Oh, I don't remember. He did want to do it.
I'm sure he did. Go ahead.
And Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son. And Rachel said, God hath judged me, and he hath also heard my voice, and hath given me a son. Therefore call she his name Dan.
Dan.
That's what Dan means. Judge.
Judged me.
Yep.
God has judged.
God has judged.
Well, we saw what happened.
Yeah.
With Dan last week. Okay.
And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again and bare Jacob a second son. And Rachel said, with great wrestlings have I wrestled with my sister, and I have prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali. When Leah saw that she had left barren, she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her Jacob to wife. God, dog. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. And Leah said, a troop cometh. And she called his name Gad.
Okay, a troop coming. What troop is that? United States Cavalry.
Yep.
We'll see.
A troop coming.
Okay.
And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a second son. And Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher.
All right. Now we're going to get to what led to Issachar's birth. Okay, here we go.
And Reuben went in, verse 14, and Reuben went in the days of wheat harvest and found mandrakes in the field and brought them unto his mother Leah. Then Rachel said to Leah, give me, I pray thee, of thy son's mandrakes. And she said unto her, Is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband? Yeah. And wouldest thou take away my son's mandrakes also?
You want everything.
You want, yeah. I got my husband, the fruit. And Rachel said, therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes.
So you can rent him out, you know. You give it a
Pimped him out.
Pimped him out.
Pimped him out. She pimped him out.
First recorded.
First recorded pimp.
Black History Month. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Be on. Ms. Eva, put that on your trivia question.
Yeah.
All right.
And verse 16. And Jacob came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to meet him, and said, thou must come in unto me, for surely I have hired thee with my son's mandrakes.
Wow.
And he lay with her that night. He said, okay.
So you always said, I hired you.
Yep.
With the mandrake.
Yep.
I hired you. Okay.
Verse 17. And God hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived, and bare Jacob the fifth son.
Okay.
And Leah said, God hath given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called his name Issachar.
Issachar. Because of the hire.
Because of the hire.
Now, that hire is going to follow him.
Oh, no. To this day.
All to this day. All through his life. Yeah.
Wow, I ain't never noticed it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, matter of fact, let's get the privacy on it.
49?
Yeah.
Genesis 49, y'all.
I think it's 14. 15.
Issachar. Yeah, 14.
14 and 15.
Yeah. 14.
Okay.
Yes, really just 14.
And 15.
Yeah, and 15. Yeah. Okay. This is Genesis 49, chapter 49, verse 14.
This is all the sons gathered around the bed, just like we did with Dan last week.
Right.
Last time. And this is what's going to fall him in the last days.
In the last days. Matter of fact, that's good. Let's read that first.
Okay.
Let me read that. 49 and 1.
Okay.
And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
Okay. In the last days.
In the last days.
This is how we find these folks.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And these verses here, and then if we go to Deuteronomy 33, Moses gives a little hint on all of them too. He didn't say much about Issachar.
He didn't? Yeah, you're right. But he does say that. Yeah. But that's a good point, because we know that Moses is the one that wrote the first 5 books of the Bible.
Right.
So this is Moses speaking about what he gave, in the last days. Matter of fact, hold that point.
Okay.
Go to Second Esdras 14. That's a good point. I'm glad you said that. Let's go to Second Esdras 14. Because when Moses was up on the mount with the Most High, getting everything, they said he was up there for 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah.
So he wasn't just up there for no 10 commandments.
You wanted one.
That ain't gonna take 40 days and 40 nights to give. So what else was the Most High giving him?
Jubilees, one.
Watch this. 14. Yeah, let's go to start at 1. Yeah.
And it came to pass upon the 3rd day, I sat under an oak, and behold, there came a voice out of the bush over against me and said, Esdras, Esdras. And I said, Here, my Lord. And I stood upon my feet. Then said he unto me, In the bush I did manifestly reveal myself unto Moses and talk with him when he served in Egypt.
Right.
And I sent him and led my people out of Egypt and brought him unto the mount of Sinai,
right,
where I held him by a long season.
A long season.
And told him many wondrous things. And showed him the secrets of the time.
Y'all see that? So it wasn't just the 10 commandments he was giving him. Mosiah was giving Moses. What? Go ahead.
And commanded him, saying, These words shall thou declare, and these shall thou hide.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go to the book of Jubilees, this here is repeated.
That's right.
In the first chapter.
That's right. Yep.
And now I say unto thee, that thou lay up in thy heart the signs that I have shown, and the dreams that thou hast seen, and the interpretations which thou hast heard.
Right.
For thou shalt be taken away from all, and from henceforth thou shalt remain with my son. Excuse me. And with such as be like thee, until the times be ended.
That's it. That's all I needed. Till the times be. So guess what? Moses knew the beginning to the end. Moses knew everything. That's right.
Yeah.
He showed Moses everything. So he just went up there. We wondered 48 and 49 for 10 commandments.
Right.
No, Mosiah was showing them everything.
Right.
So that's why he knew. When he talked about how he knew the Jews was gonna disobey and everything.
Yeah.
He knew.
He said, I know
He
after I die,
That's right.
You're not gonna keep
Moses. Yeah, Mosiah showed them everything up there during them 40 days and 40 nights. That was a good point. I'm glad you said that.
I wonder how he knew.
Yeah.
He knew they was gonna do
Right.
that.
Yep. So yeah, that's
in the book of Jubilees. You see where the angels they wrote some of it.
Right.
And how did Moses write his death? Like I said, read Jubilees, and you see that the angels fill in the blanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. All right. Let's get back to Issachar. Now,
all right.
Genesis 49, verse 14. You got something?
Not yet.
Okay.
Go ahead. 14. Right. We're gonna read about the prophecy to Issachar.
All right. And this is remember, y'all. This is really a twofold. This is what now and during the end times, or what's to take place about that tribe today. And that's how you can identify what tribe is what with the prophecy that was taking place here.
Right.
Okay. 14. Issachar is a strong ass. Shoot, we can stop right there.
Yeah. What's an ass?
What's an ass?
A donkey.
What's it for?
The work.
That's it. A hard worker.
Yes.
That's what he said Issachar is.
Wow.
Issachar is going to be a hard worker. It's right there.
Yeah.
So we know who that is today.
Right. That's what I said.
What
for
people
hire. A strong
for hire. There you go.
A strong
And they're hard
hire.
workers.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
What is that?
That what is that? They tell you who they are.
Wow.
You hear something wrong? Oh, okay.
What is it? Just regular. But you go ahead. What you get?
Okay. Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens.
I looked up that burdens and strongs, and one of the translations was saddlebags.
Yeah.
So you see a donkey.
Yeah.
Working.
Yeah.
Carrying saddlebags.
Right.
Wow.
And what is Issachar known for? He's farming. They carry the fruit and everything. Now, if anybody is Hispanic, Mexican, on there, y'all tell us how accurate this is, because I don't.
That's what it.
I don't know a lot of Mexican history, but I know stereotypes.
I think you're right.
But
as a matter of fact, I think I had an old picture of that. Every time you see the Mexicans who were just right there bound, still got that picture.
You said, what were we looking at?
Donkey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a strong ass. And who's on top of that donkey? That's a Mexican, y'all. It's a Mexican on top of it. So I think y'all getting the picture of who Issachar is today. We're gonna give you some more.
Work.
We're gonna give you some more, huh?
They say used as a beast of burden.
A burden.
Burden.
Okay.
That's good.
So remember how he was born? He was hired, right?
Hired. Yeah.
Well, read the rest of it. Let's see what he got. What it say?
Okay.
Oh, if you ain't there, I'll read.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Verse 15. And he saw the rest was good,
Mm-hmm.
and the land that it was pleasant.
Uh-huh.
Y'all, you got it? He saw the lands that they hit right.
Yeah.
It was pleasant.
Yeah.
And watch this. And bowed his shoulder to bear,
Mm-hmm.
and became a servant unto tributes.
A servant.
He became a servant. He was in a land that he saw was good, but in that land he became a servant
to tribute.
For
money.
Tribute is the one that comes up with the burden.
Do it.
Labor, burden, tribute.
Labor. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Worship.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's a servant to work.
Uh-huh. But who came in there?
Huh?
But who came in there? Who came in that land?
What?
When the Issachar was there.
Oh, we're gonna get that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get that.
Yeah.
So will.
That prophecy is dead, it's spot on.
Yeah. Even
we
today,
know who the people are.
Even
Issachar.
today, they are the hardest working people.
Yep.
Hey, and don't play around either.
That's right.
Good work.
Yep.
Yes.
I used to have a Mexican lady work for me, and she would take her whole check. She'd take what she needed out, just a little bit, give off a little bit,
Yeah.
and take the rest of it and send it home.
Yep.
And she said,
Yep.
this little bit that I sent home, because I wouldn't pay that much,
Mm-hmm.
this little bit that I sent home,
It's a lot to them.
they can live off
Yep.
of for months.
That's right.
She said.
Yep.
I said, is that bad?
That's right.
Hey. But she said they only, I think she said her mother picked strawberries and only made like $2 a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to see some stuff when we read about it.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So that's the prophecy in Genesis 49 concerning Issachar, y'all. Quite sure y'all getting an idea of who they are today from that prophecy.
Yeah. I froze up. I want so wait a minute, Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
Now if we Judah,
Okay.
and we're black,
Yeah.
and we got the same mother, Leah,
Yeah.
and father, Jacob,
Yep.
of course.
Mm-hmm.
How they get that? Why they like? And we done.
Ziggy 7. You want to go there?
Ezekiel said,
They're a part of the, Ziggy 7-8.
Amos said, Amos.
Ziggy.
It's one of us, right?
What you right? Hey, you right. It's Amos. No, Hosea. We both were wrong.
Hosea 7-8. Right. I said one of us, right? Hosea 7-8.
Hosea 7-8. Let's see.
The Holy Spirit will bring out.
I know, right? let me help these. Let me help these jokers.
Yeah.
They're confused right now. Hosea 7-8. Okay, let me get down.
I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Ephraim hath mixed himself among the people.
Uh-huh.
Ephraim is a cake unturned.
Mhm.
Talk about it.
Well, whenever they mixed themselves among the people, they became like the example they're saying, that a cake not turned.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have one side of a cake, it's dark. But when you turn it, the one at the bottom is because it's being cooked, that's the one that's dark.
Uh-huh.
But on the top side, it's what? It's light.
Because they mixed with the people.
Because they mixed.
Now, wait a minute. Now the Jews over there today, they white.
Uh-huh.
So maybe the people they mixed with was black. Ever thought about that? Can you debunk that? They were black. The Israelites was black. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Well, we can look up Reddit and tell you that it's black.
Yeah.
Get ready while I'm gonna get Acts 21.
All right.
It's Acts 21:38. See what color they were.
Mm-hmm. Ruddy.
Let me get Acts 21:38 real quick. It says here, and I'm starting 37:38.
Okay.
As Paul was to be led into the castle,
Right.
he said unto the chief captain, "May I speak unto thee?"
Uh-huh.
Who said, "Can I speak Greek?"
Uh-huh.
Aren't you that Egyptian which before these days made an uproar and led us out into the wilderness, 4,000 men that were murderers?
Uh-huh.
He said, "Paul, aren't you the Egyptian?"
Aren't you an Egyptian?
What color were the Egyptians?
Yeah.
All you gotta do is look on the wall and
That's
see
it.
what color they were.
That's
They
it.
black. So the people that they mixed with was white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And we're gonna get to that mixing in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What you got on Ruddy?
Ruddy says a word used to refer to a red or fair complexion, in contrast to the dark skin of the Hebrews.
The what?
The dark skin of the Hebrews.
That's why we tell y'all to get the old ones.
Yep.
Because the new ones don't have that in them.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So 2 Kings 17. You see the northern kingdom being taken away. And after 2 Kings 17, you don't hear about them no more.
Right.
But if you have your own Bible, oh shoot, or your Apocrypha, we can go to 2nd Ezra 13.
Right.
You there? Oh, you want to get somebody 7 seconds?
Well, I thought you wanted me to.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm just saying that.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 Kings 17. I'm sorry. 2nd Ezra 13. 2nd Ezra 13.
Yeah.
Get it out of him because this thing falling apart.
Start around 40.
39. Sort of 39.
Was it 39? Yeah, you're right. 39. Started for 39. Okay. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 13. And we're going to start at verse 39.
Okay.
And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceful multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king.
So this is picking up from 2 Kings 17. We saw them get taken away. Now we're seeing what happened to them once they were took away. Okay.
Whom Salmanassar, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
They came into another land. Man, I tell you, boy, they had to take this out of your Bible.
Yeah.
They didn't want you to know this right here. Where did they go?
They had to take it out. That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river.
Now, the Euphrates River is about right in here. These are the two rivers here, the Euphrates and the
the Atlantic. I mean not the Atlantic. What they call it?
Golly.
Come on, y'all, help us out.
Who is that? Somebody wrote it in there. I can't. But anyway, the other river.
The other river.
Euphrates and the Tigris. Tigris and Euphrates River.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it dumps right in here into the Persian Gulf, into the Arabian Sea, into the Indian Ocean.
Right.
And then read what's going on.
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go. namely of a year and a half.
A year and a half. It took them. Okay.
And the same region is called Ozareth.
Okay, Ozareth. Now I think some people they think they came out and went around the backside. It don't matter. But they left here and either went this way or they came out and went around the other way. Either way it go, they got here.
You got it right.
Yeah.
Right.
I tend to believe they came this way,
Makes sense to me.
But
Year and a half journey.
year and a half, and they went to where?
And they went, and the same region is called Ozareth.
Ozareth. Okay, from the Jewish Encyclopedia, we got the definition here of Ozareth. All you gotta do is Google it. Google it first. First entry gonna come up from the Jewish Encyclopedia, and this is what it's gonna say.
The name Ozareth, the name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell. Observing the laws of Moses until the time of the restoration, according to Esdras 13,
and what we just
45.
read. What we just read. Where'd you stop at? Where we stop, bro?
45.
45. Listen. Okay.
Then dwelt they there until the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come, the highest shall stay the spring of the stream again, and they may go through. That they may go through. Therefore sawest thou the multitude with peace. But those that be left behind of thy people are they that are found within my borders.
Okay, that's good because I just want to get to where they went. Yeah. Now, when Columbus discovered America, I don't know how you discovered some
people already there.
Well, some people already there.
Yeah.
But who were these people that was here? In Mexico, in South America, in North America,
Central America. Yeah.
The Bible just told us who they were.
Yep.
They were the 10 tribes.
That's right. They were already there, y'all. They was already there when Columbus came.
Exactly.
And they've been living there for thousands of years.
Thousands of years. So
before even Columbus came.
And they suffered those same Deuteronomy 28, he was talking to all the tribes.
Right.
So they were put into slavery. They were shipped back to Spain and Britain and France.
I'm glad you said that because in the go back to Genesis 49 right quick. Because
Genesis 49.
In that the prophecy of Issachar. Let me get that one more time.
$14 or $15?
15.
Okay, and let's see. And he saw that rest was good.
Right.
In the land that it was pleasant.
What land? The land we just talked about.
This land right here.
In second A.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That land was good. They made that journey, according to second Esdras, came to Ozareth, which we know is the Americas, Central, South, North. They all landed there. They saw that land was good, and then what happened, BJ?
Let's see. I'm sorry. They saw the land was pleasant.
Yep.
And bowed his shoulder to bear it.
Right.
And became a servant.
There it is. Trinity. They became a servant. Why? Because those conquistadors,
Spaniards,
came over there.
That's why you speak Spanish.
That's why they speak Spanish now.
That's why
took them into slavery.
Catholic, most of them.
Yep.
Catholic religion, they converted them into Catholic. So it's just all those prophecies. You're gonna go to another land.
Yep.
You're gonna serve wood and stone.
Yep.
Yep. Wood in their case. But those prophecies didn't just happen to us. They happened to all 12
tribes. That's right. So that's who they
took their land.
Took them. Enslaved them.
After they found this.
Killed them.
Raped them.
Yeah. All that happened to them.
And called them. Yeah. And they learned their language just like we did.
Yeah.
We learned English.
Exactly.
We spoke Hebrew. So did they.
They did too.
But when the conquistadors got them, they had to learn Spanish.
That's right.
Just like we learned English. Took their language away from them.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And that's they have. That's why. Well, another reason why they see that they're migrating here, but they don't want Issachar Judah
Right.
together.
Oh man.
Not during no awakening.
Right.
No.
Right.
No. They ain't crazy.
Yeah.
So we got to build a wall.
Ain't that so ironic though? That what that pink boy name? Trump.
He's orange.
Yeah.
I knew what he was talking about.
Ain't that so ironic though? And they've been doing that for years. Building a wall to keep them out of their own land.
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever noticed how we instantly connect?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we brothers.
We're brothers.
Yep, instantly. And
Yeah.
I mean, not knowing what I know now, I just think back of every time I ever.
Same mom and daddy.
It's
Yeah.
an instant,
Same mom and daddy.
You know,
Yeah.
even though our language ain't the same,
Right.
or whatever, it's just like an instant connection.
Same mom and daddy.
When we read Issachar, you're gonna see some of the attributes that he displayed, and you see where he got them from. Family oriented
Mm-hmm.
people. Some translations on this 14 and 15 says that he'll be a servant unto money for low wages.
Right.
That's the way they translated it, what we just read.
Yep.
I said, wow.
And that's exactly what they
That's
are
what
today.
it is, because they're so
They hire.
impoverished where they are
Yeah.
that
They come over here, they work hard.
they work hard and
For
that
low wages.
and that little bit of money, like I said, that the lady sends back. She
Yep.
said they can live off that little money
They
for 2
can.
months.
Yep. I remember Mexican was telling me that.
Yeah.
I remember, So they take a little bit of it and send the rest back over
Send
there.
the whole thing. Yeah.
And they can live a while off of that.
Right.
I said, wow.
They talk about how much they feel bad about how much they're using to live here
Mm-hmm.
when it doesn't take.
Yeah.
But they're doing it to be able to make sure that they're
Mhm.
okay.
Mm-hmm. I used to not live, but work with one, and he told me what they would do. They'd come over here at certain seasons, and they would get one apartment, and about 5 or 6 of them would live in that apartment, and they would work, and they use the little money that the money they have to get the little food or whatever for them while they're there in the apartment, and they send the rest back home.
Mm-hmm.
And he said they can live like kings and queens,
Right.
off of that money. I said, wow. But that's what they did. They would get one little apartment, and they always pack in that one little apartment and work for that season.
Yeah.
And send it over,
Well,
the rest over to their family.
when we read it,
Mm.
I tell you what. Well, is there anything on there before we read this? If it ain't, we just go ahead.
A lot of my comments got cut off because mine kept cutting on and off.
Okay.
Well, we'll just go ahead. Is there anything on it?
Barry said, "Man, it's good."
Oh, wow. Okay. All
Mia
praise.
had said orange.
Orange, yeah.
Oh, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Vincent said he's in shock right now. Shamika said that's why we click so well with them.
Yeah.
With
Mhm.
them so well.
Right.
Yep.
Miss Margie said the Most High sent us some good teachers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
All praise.
Thank you. All praise.
Hallelujah.
Man, he was on the phone today.
Nitra replying to Shamika said exactly. I love my Mexican brothers and sisters. I always have. Didn't know why though.
Yep.
And
Yep.
It's how blood, bro.
Yeah.
my other one cut off, but I saw where Tan said Jay wanted to know what a pimple is.
Uh-oh.
I think I was. So I took it back on, but I was my face too. Like what?
Tan, you want Tan? You want?
Yeah, Jay, grandma tell you when we get
Yeah,
out.
she'll tell you. Yeah, you let them know, Tan. I'll let you handle that one, Tan.
And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry, because like I said, mine kept cutting on and off. And so
Really?
my
Yeah,
comments
he won't
got-
let you go back. I was
Yeah.
trying to go back in.
Okay.
Did yours blink out?
Mm-hmm. Really?
Okay.
I don't see nothing on. Okay, I don't see number for that.
Be hating.
See?
D had been answering y'all.
Yeah, I see.
Really?
D was.
What's up, D?
He tried to tell
Hey,
us,
brother.
The
You
Tigers.
trying to the Tigers, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. We couldn't even think about it, D.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
All right, man. We're gonna read the Testament of Issachar real quick. See if we see anything. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Might find something in there.
Oh yeah, good stuff. All right, this is the Testament of Issachar. This is about what BJ was telling y'all about, y'all.
Yeah, the
That
book
Testament.
came in.
Yeah, got his book, y'all. Testament of the Patriarchs. I
Mhm.
got to get this bad boy,
It's good.
but it's good.
So, hold on.
YouTube, Testament of Patriarchs. It's good stuff. Good stuff. All right, we're gonna talk about Issachar. Here we go. The record of the words of Issachar. He called his sons and said to them, "My children, listen to Issachar, your father, you who are beloved of the Lord. I was the fifth son born to Jacob, even the higher of the
You
mandrakes."
heard that? The
Yep.
higher of the Mandrake.
That's what we, yep.
Okay.
So we know they got to be some legitimacy to this. And
Yeah.
they talking about that. We just talking about it. For Reuben brought in mandrakes from the field, and Rachel met him and took them.
Mm.
Reuben wept, and at his voice, Leah, my mother, came out. These mandrakes were sweet-smelling apples, which the land of Aram produced on high ground below the ravine of water. Rachel said, "I will not give them to you. They will be for my children." There were 2 apples, and Leah said, "Isn't it enough that you have taken the husband of my virginity? Will you also take these?" Rachel said, "I will give you Jacob for tonight, and you give me your son's mandrakes." Leah said to her, "Don't boast or be proudful, for Jacob is mine, and I am the wife of his youth." Well, they going at it.
Sisters, well,
Women, boy,
twins.
don't be playing with my man. But Rachel said, "How so? He was espoused to me first."
Mm.
He served our father 14 years for me.
For me.
It is not my fault that our father was a deceiver, and that deception has increased upon the earth. If it was not for deception, you would have never seen the face of Jacob.
Wow.
I know, right? Well, they're going at it.
But that's beautiful, man, when we do the virgin birth.
Yeah.
About the marriage.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If it was not for the, I'm sorry. You are not his wife, but a pawn our father used.
Mm.
Wow. He also deceived me and sent me away that night. If I had been there, the deception would not have happened, Rachel said. Take one mandrake, and for the other you will hire him from me for one night. For Jacob knew Leah, and she conceived and bare, and on the account of the hire, I was called Issachar.
On the account of the hire.
Yep.
Okay.
Then the angel of the Lord appeared
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2, yeah. Then the angel of the Lord appeared to Jacob, saying, Rachel will bear 2 children, for she has refused the company of her husband and has chosen continency. If my mother, Leah, had not given up the 2 apples for the sake of his company, she would have borne 8 sons. Because of the mandrakes, the Lord visited Rachel, and she bore 2 sons, and Leah only bore 6. God knew that for the sake of children, she wished to company with Jacob, and not just for pleasure. For she went further, and on the morrow gave up Jacob, that she might receive also the other mandrake. Therefore, the Lord listened to Rachel because of the mandrakes. For though she desired them, she ate them not, but brought them to the priest of the Most High, who was at that time.
She really wants some kids.
Yep. And offered them up in the house of the Lord. Verse 3. When I grew up, I walked in uprightness of heart, and I became a husbandman for my parents and my brothers. I brought in fruits from the field in their season.
You heard what he just said?
Mm-hmm.
Read
He
that
said, when I grew up, I walked in uprightness of heart,
Uh-huh.
and I became a husbandman for my parents and for my brothers.
See, he taking care of his family.
Yep.
That's an
That's
attribute
of Issachar.
Issachar.
Or the Mexicans. The so-called Mexicans.
They send that money right back.
That's right.
To their family.
Yep.
Hey, they could just live it up around here or save it up and go back there and be a king.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they know their family down there struggling.
That's right.
They take care of.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And I brought in fruits from the field in their season. My father blessed me, for he saw that I walked in simplicity.
Mm-hmm. Simple man.
Yeah.
Don't need all that. Anytime you see, we say 18 people stay in one house.
Mm-hmm.
That's simple.
Yep.
That's simple. With one bathroom. They get in the law.
Yeah. I was not a busybody, malicious, nor slanderous. I never spoke against anyone, nor did I criticize anyone, but I walked in simplicity. Therefore, when I was 30 years old, I married, for my labor wore away my strength, and I was never a womanizer. I was content in my work and sleep, and my father always rejoiced in my simplicity. Out of my produce, I offered first fruits to the Lord by the hands of the priests, then to my father, and then took for myself. Mm-hmm. The Lord increased his benefits twofold in my hand, and Jacob knew that God blessed my simplicity. For I helped the poor and distressed out of the good things of the earth in simplicity of heart.
And see, now this reads a little different than the PDF that print off. Yeah, just a little bit, but it's still saying the same thing.
Right. I got it up there, but the numbers are different in some of the words.
Okay, yeah. I think this here said he was 35. I think you just read 30.
Yep, said when I was 30.
Yeah, this here said 35. So, as long as we get the main point.
Yeah. Verse 4, chapter 4. The righteousness of simplicity. Listen, my children, walk in simplicity of heart, for it brings all that is well-pleasing to the Lord. The simple do not covet gold, defraud his neighbor, long after many dainties, delight in varied apparel, nor desire long life for himself. Instead, he waits for the will of God, and the spirits of error have no power against him. Mm-hmm. He does not allow his mind to be corrupted by lust, envy, jealousy, or greed. He walks in righteousness and sees everything in simplicity, not focusing on the malice from the errors of the world. He does not learn to pervert any of the commandments of the Lord. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Chapter 5. My children, keep God's law, live in simplicity, and walk without guile. Do not curiously pry into your neighbor's business. Oh, wow, that's good there. Mm-hmm. Instead, love the Lord and your neighbor. Have compassion on the poor and weak. Work hard and offer gifts unto the Lord with thanksgiving.
So see how they have compassion on the poor and the weak. They know that the family at home is poor, weak. You don't have no money. You're weak as far as having financial. What's the word I want?
Stability.
That too. Yeah, that worked. That ain't the one I was looking for, but that'll work. But yeah, you don't have no financial power. How much groceries can you buy?
Right.
Man, I was looking at something today. He said you buy one beer, you broke. I think he said he made $8 a day. And if they can come over here and make $8 an hour,
Yep. Yep.
But go ahead.
That's good money to them.
Yeah, $8 a day. Money. Picking 12. We started at 5 o'clock in the morning. And went from to 6 in the evening. Wow. For $8.
Yep.
This was a recent, video. This was modern. This wasn't no old one. But go ahead.
Work hard and offer gifts unto the Lord with thanksgiving. For the Lord blessed me with the first fruits of the earth. And as he blessed all the saints from Abel even until now. The portion God gave you is the fatness of the earth, whose fruits are raised by toil. For our father Jacob blessed me with blessings of the earth and of first fruits. The Lord glorified
farming.
The Lord glorified Levi and Judah among the sons of Jacob, for the Lord made choice of them. He gave the priesthood to one and the kingdom to the other.
All of them that I read so far, they talk about Levi and Judah.
They do, don't they? At the end.
The Messiah is coming through Levi and Judah.
Yep.
King, Christ is king and priest.
Yep.
If you know Judah is, Joseph is Judah.
From the line of Judah.
Then
Mary.
That alone tell you Mary is Levi. But in Leviticus, it tells the priests that they have to take daughters of Aaron. You can only marry a daughter of Aaron. So Zechariah, who was the priest, who was Elizabeth's white husband,
right,
and Mary's cousin,
right.
What that did? She priest. She's Levi.
That's right.
Did I lose you?
Almost lost myself. Now, you got it out right.
Did I get it right?
You got it out right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And the Lord glorified Levi and Judah among the sons of Jacob.
Okay.
For the Lord made choice of them. He gave the priesthood to one and the kingdom to the other. Therefore, obey them and walk in the simplicity of your father. For unto Gad has it been given to destroy the temptations that are coming upon Israel.
That read different.
What that one say?
What verse was 5? What?
It just says 5. It don't have the what's the name?
Oh, it don't. It says. I got listened to it about 3 times today for Gad. Here it is. It says because to Gad has been assigned the route of the attackers who are coming against Israel.
Oh.
This one says Gad has been given to destroy the troops that are coming up to Israel.
I guess they're different translations. There are 3 different translations here.
But they are saying the same thing.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know if I like this book. I like the way it reads.
I don't like the way it reads either.
Yeah.
It's too much up my.
Right.
It is, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's some of the words though.
Yeah, they probably.
I think I like this better. Okay, keep going.
They kind of put the Scrabble pen on that.
Yeah, they did though. Yeah, I don't like this modern day stuff. They changed too much.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They sure did.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was got it. So we get.
No, man, we going. You still can use as a reference. You can read that one and.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't throw that thing away, man. It look pretty.
Take it home.
It say look pretty.
Don't it, Pat? Oh, sad. Glossed up. Okay, at the end. My children, I know that in the last times your sons will forsake simplicity. Their lives will be filled with greed and malice. What'd that say? We can read both of them.
It says, understand my children, that in the last times your sons will abandon sincerity and align themselves with insatiable desire, forsaking guilelessness, that they will ally themselves with vanity, abandoning the commandments of the Lord, and allying themselves with Satan.
Wow. Yeah, that's what they will forsake the commandments of the Lord and will cleave unto Belial.
Then
That's what you'll say?
This next verse says, giving up agriculture, they pursue their own evil schemes, and they will be scattered among the nations and enslaved by their enemies. They
will leave simplicity, follow wickedness, and will be dispersed among the Gentiles.
I don't like that because it's saying agriculture. It lets you know. See, this whole thing when you was reading, in here it talks about him being a farmer,
right?
And it says farming, right, and the land and agriculture.
Yep.
Over here,
It don't.
They're taking out agriculture and replacing it with simplicity.
So it is, ain't it?
So this is how this is how we compare these books. I'm talking about that other book too.
Which one?
When we read
This one say
Oh yeah.
husbandry, yeah, that's farming. Yeah.
That's like this one, whatever this one is still using
Yeah.
the same terminology.
Husbandry is farming. Okay.
Let me see.
So, while you
Nitra, I think you got the same.
Yeah, the one. This
one I got.
The one that I sent to y'all a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says,
And leaving.
go
ahead. It says, and leaving husbandry,
Mm-hmm.
they will follow after their own wicked devices, and they shall be dispersed among the Gentiles and shall serve their enemies.
And husbandry is farming. So.
Yeah. So that's the.
So it's saying that they're gonna be farmers,
Right.
And we missed that through this whole book.
Yep.
Because they changed the word. But this whole thing is saying, you work the land. Whether you cutting grass or you picking fruit, that's what you do. You work the land. You work outside.
Ken Johnson, PhD. That's a degree in theology.
Yeah.
So that
Throw that away.
We're gonna put it up there and make it look pretty.
we don't do look pretty.
Go ahead, man.
Degree in theology. That's what he did.
Yeah.
He scribed his pen.
Messed it up, man.
So
He
did,
messed that one up. This whole thing.
So did.
I didn't like the way you read none of that.
Man.
That's why I was like, man, this ain't real. I was thinking that, but I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
None of them.
Y'all go back and read it.
Out of the Nitra put it on the
Yeah.
Go back and read it out of there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back and
All that?
yeah. It ain't that long. It's not that long.
Man, you're in chapter 6.
I think the first part you read about the same.
I'm going back to chapter 1.
Well, I guess something did.
Gotta get the people what they want. I gotta give it to them, man. The copy of the words of Issachar. For he called his sons and said to them, hearken, my children, to Issachar your father.
Mm-hmm.
Give ear to the words of him who is beloved of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I was born the 5th son to Jacob by way of hire for the mandrakes.
Mandrake. You said apples.
So we did then.
Yeah.
For Reuben, my brother brought in mandrakes from the field, and Rachel met him and took them. And Reuben wept. And at his voice, Leah, my mother, came forth. Now these mandrakes were sweet-smelling apples. It still say right there too, which were produced in the land of Haran.
It said fragrant fruit.
Do it.
Yeah. But go ahead.
We don't know what is a mandrake. Is it a type of apple?
Look it up. See what a mandrake is. I got it.
Let's find out. What is a mandrake?
I'm froze. Never mind. No, I ain't.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah. Elder Mike, I know you know. What's a mandrake? I know Mike know.
Mike ain't.
Mike
I might be old, but I ain't lived to that point.
Mike know what mandrake is. They don't. What does it say, y'all? A plant?
There you go. There's the fruit of it. Look like a carrot. Man.
That's what I'm saying.
Terry Perry had put on here a little info about the Mandrake Plant. It was used as a medicine and a drug like marijuana.
Oh, really?
Really?
That's what Mr. Terry said.
I guess it's the fruit from the leaf, and the roots is what we was looking at.
Oh, so it looked like it.
Yeah, it does kind of look like an apple.
Okay.
It's small.
Okay.
It's wrong like okay, cool. All right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, like I said, the green tomato.
Tomato, that's what I was just about to say. It looks more like a green tomato, but that's wow. And then the root of it look like carrot. They look like little meat.
Wow.
Yeah, so then what did he? That's a mandrake, y'all. If you didn't know.
We did.
I'm
All right.
like Tony Tio.
Who told it?
Them little green
Oh,
tomatoes that they
tomatillos.
use.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's what they look like.
So, all right. Sweet smelling apples, which were produced in the land of Haran below a ravine of water. And Rachel said, I will not give them to thee, but they shall be to me instead of children. For the Lord hath despised me and have not borne children to Jacob. Now there were 2 apples, or whatever. And Leah said to Rachel, let it suffice thee that thou hast taken my husband. Wilt thou take these also? And Rachel said to her, thou shalt have Jacob this night for the mandrakes of thy son. And Leah said to her, Jacob is mine, for I am the wife of his youth. But Rachel said, boast not and vaunt not thyself, for he espoused me before thee. And for my sake he served our father 14 years. And had not craft increased on the earth, and the wickedness of men prospered, thou would have not now see the face of Jacob. For thou art not his wife, but in craft were taken to him in my stead. And my father deceived me and removed me on that night, and did not suffer Jacob to see me. For had I been there, this had not happened to him. Nevertheless, for the mandrakes, I am hiring Jacob to thee for one night. And Jacob knew Leah, and she conceived and bare me. And on account of the hire, I was called Issachar. Then appeared to Jacob an angel of the Lord, saying, 2 children shall Rachel bear, inasmuch as she hath refused company with her husband, and hath chosen continency. And had not Leah, my mother, paid the 2 apples for the sake of his company, she would have borne 8 sons. For this reason she bare 6, and Rachel bare the 2, for on account of the mandrakes the Lord visited her.
Yeah, we didn't get that at the Bible, did we? Okay.
For he knew that for the sake of children she wished to company with Jacob, and not for lust of pleasure. For on the morrow also she again gave up Jacob. Because of the mandrakes, therefore, the Lord hearkened to Rachel. For though she desired them, she kept them not, but offered them in the house of the Lord, presenting them to the priest of the Most High, who was at that time. When, therefore, I grew up, my children, I walked in uprightness of heart, and I became a husbandman for my father.
A farmer. Okay.
For my father and my brethren, and I brought in fruits from the field according to their season.
Taking care of his family. Okay.
And my father blessed me, for he saw that I walked in rectitude before him. I was not a busybody in my doings, nor envious and malicious against my neighbor. I never slandered anyone, nor did I censure the life of any man, walking as I did in singleness of eye. Therefore, when I was 35 years old,
35, that's what I thought.
I took to myself a wife, for my labor wore away my strength. And I never thought upon pleasure with women, but owing to my toil, sleep overcame me.
Just working.
He was a hard worker, boy.
We ain't think about no woman.
It sure wasn't. Working hard. And my they work, man. And my father always rejoiced in my rectitude, because I offered through the priest to the Lord all first fruits, then to my father also. And the Lord increased 10,000-fold his benefits in my hand. And also Jacob, my father, knew that God aided my singleness. For on all the power and oppressed I bestowed the good things of the earth in the singleness of my heart. And the who? Poor, I'm sorry, Salakia. For on all the poor and oppressed, I bestowed the good things of the earth in the singleness of my heart. And now hearken to me, my children, and walk in singleness of your heart, for I have seen it in all that is well pleasing to the Lord. The single-minded man coveteth not gold. He overreacheth not his neighbor. He longeth not after manifold dainties. He delighteth not in very apparel.
Mm-hmm.
He doth not desire to live a long life, but only waiteth for the will of God.
Wow.
And the spirits of deceit have no power against him, for he looketh not on the beauty of women, lest he should pollute his mind with corruption. Wow. There is no envy in his thoughts. No malicious person maketh his soul to pine away, nor worry with insatiable desires in his mind. For he walketh in singleness of soul, and beholdeth all things in uprightness of heart, shunning eyes made evil through the error of the world, lest he should see the perversion of any of the commandments of the Lord. Keep, therefore, my children, the law of God, and get singleness, and walk in guilelessness, not playing the busybody with the business of your neighbor, but love the Lord and your neighbor. Have compassion on the poor and weak. Bow down your back unto husbandry.
Farming.
Yeah. And toil in labors in all manner of husbandry.
You see, he's telling his kids, work the land.
Work that land.
Whether it's, you know, like I say, or it's outside. You're doing outside work.
Yep.
Okay.
For the first fruits of the earth will the Lord bless you, even as he blessed all the saints from Abel even until now. For no other portion is given to you than the fatness of the earth, whose fruits are raised by toil. For our father Jacob blessed me with blessings of the earth and of the first fruits. And Levi and Judah were glorified by the Lord even among the sons of Jacob. For the Lord gave them an inheritance, and to Levi he gave the priesthood, and to Judah the kingdom. And do ye therefore obey them, and walk in the singleness of your father. For unto Gad hath it been given to destroy the troops that are coming upon Israel. Know ye therefore, my children, that in the last times your sons will forsake singleness, and will cleave until insatiable desires, and leaving guilelessness will draw near to malice, and forsaking the commandments of the Lord, they will cleave unto Belial.
Or Satan.
Yeah. And leaving husbandry, farming, they will follow after their own wicked devices, and they shall be dispersed among the Gentiles, and shall serve their enemies. And do you therefore give these commands to your children, that if they sin, they may the more quickly return to the Lord? For he is merciful, and he will deliver them, even to bring them back into their land. Behold, therefore, as ye see, I am 126 years old, and am not conscious of committing any sin. Except my wife, I have not known any woman. I never committed fornication by the uplifting of my eyes. Wow.
Lust. I ain't never looked at another one.
Never, man. He just worked hard in that field.
126 years old?
Woo. Had one wife, never, man.
That's a good man.
So yeah. I drank not wine. Y'all stop. I coveted not any. I drank not wine to be led astray thereby. I coveted not any desirable thing that was my neighbor's. Gal arose not in my heart.
A man said, I drank not wine to the point of losing control.
Right. That's what it meant. Yeah.
Right.
I know he drunk.
I drunk, but I didn't get drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gal arose not in my heart. A lie passed not through my lips. If any man were in distress, I joined my sighs with his. That means he basically, whatever you were going through,
I'm going through with you.
Go through,
yeah.
Iska was a good brother.
Yeah.
If any man were in distress, I joined my sighs with his, and I shared my bread with the poor. I wrought godlessness. I wrought godliness. All my days I kept truth. He kept the law. I love the Lord. Likewise, also every man with all my heart. So do you also these, my children, And every spirit of Belial, the devil, Satan, shall flee from you.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. That's good. I
Love.
love the Lord. Likewise, also every man with all my heart. So do you
Love thy
also.
Lord and love the neighbor.
Yeah. That's the law. That's the commandments.
Mhm. And Satan will flee from you.
And he will flee from you.
Okay.
Shall flee from you. And no deed of wicked men shall rule over you.
Mhm.
The scripture just popped in my head, man. When a man's ways please the Lord, he'll make even your enemies to be at peace with you.
Mhm.
Yeah. So do you also these things, my children, and every spirit of Belial shall flee from you, and no need of wicked men shall rule over you, and every wild beast shall ye subdue, since you have with you the God of heaven and earth, and walk with men in singleness of heart.
Okay.
And having said these things, he commanded his sons that they should carry him up to Hebron
Mhm.
and bury him there in the cave with his fathers. And he stretched out his feet and died. At a good old age, with every limb sound and with strength unabated, he slept the eternal sleep. Wow.
Yeah. Man.
That's
I
good.
mean-
That's good there.
That's how you can find out who is who today.
Yeah.
The prophecies left in Genesis 49 and the testimonies left behind from the fathers. So why they call you Mexican or black, African American,
Yeah.
Jamaican,
Yeah.
Haitian,
Yep.
you can find out who you really
Really are.
by reading Genesis 49 and the patriarchs, and even going back to the birth, where the mothers named them and what did they name them from.
Right.
We went over all that. What else you got?
That's good there.
Um,
Issachar, good brother.
Yeah.
Man.
Bernice Wright
Man,
said,
family man.
"Understanding
Family
is
man.
powerful."
Work hard.
Say what now?
Bernice Wright said, "Understanding is powerful."
Right.
Michael said, "Is not Issachar the darker complexion, Hispanic throughout South, Central America, and
Mhm.
Mexico, and not the Caucasian-looking Hispanic?"
Don't know.
We don't know that.
Don't know.
Now we do know that they did come, and some of them actually were what I call been whited out
Mm-hmm.
because of the bloodline.
Yeah.
Some of them did come. They mingle with, the women that were of a dark complexion. So if you have a Caucasian that has mingled with an Issachar, a woman, of Israelite woman,
Mm-hmm.
then you're gonna get that cake unturned.
Right. Exactly.
And then if you keep
doing it, they
keep doing with you're gonna eventually that bloodline is gonna be
lighter.
lighter. So you're gonna have some that call
Right.
themselves
Mm-hmm.
Mexicans or Puerto Ricans, and that
Yeah.
have that lighter complexion.
Yeah.
That have been,
You can see Puerto Rican brothers in the same family.
Yeah.
Dark as me and light as you.
That's right.
That's
Yep.
ridiculous. That's what I did. We bought the lawnmower from. Remember he said that?
Hmm.
Remember the guy we bought the lawnmower from said that?
Yeah.
And he Puerto Rican, but he said
Yep.
some of his family got real straight hair and some got
Dark.
Right.
Yep.
And see, that's why we got to get that Hosea 7 and 8.
Yep.
You mix with
Mix.
the nation.
Yep.
You don't know what you gonna
We
get.
don't. Yep.
That's what I was just gonna say with that. That's just like saying that some of the light skinned Judah and
Yeah.
dark-skinned Judah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, I mean,
Yeah. You don't know.
So-
You don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, people look at me and say he Caucasian.
Bro.
So look at that dude with that shirt on. Look
Yeah.
at that white man with that shirt. Look at that white man with that shirt on. That neutral shirt on.
Can I tell you the story?
I think you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Did you tell that story?
Not in
you
here.
told it was a Friday.
Oh, what?
That's all right. I won't tell.
Don't you uncover her in front of
I
everybody.
ain't cover her. That's Carlo.
She uncovered me.
Hello.
She uncovered me.
Anyway, Mia said,
Look at that white man with that shirt on. Look, baby.
Yeah.
Look, baby.
our way to Georgia. We pulled up to get gas.
Ray
Carlos
just woke up. She was asleep.
She was like,
She ain't
We
know.
don't want to hear that.
y'all don't want to hear. She said y'all don't want to hear. So
Now you know they're gonna say yes, we do.
I know, right? Anyway, let's get out. Mia said the
Yeah.
publishers. Then she said, I suspect Ashkenazi maybe.
probably so.
She
Yep.
said, be suspect. Just thinking out loud. Don't mind me.
Yeah, no, you right. You
That's
right.
right.
I don't like it one bit.
Yep.
R.A. Torrey said Mandragoria
Mm-hmm.
officinarium is the type species of the plant genus Mandragoria.
Oh, man.
Okay.
It is
Mandrake.
often known as mandrake.
Okay. Mandragoria.
All right.
Gotcha.
I still don't know, but thank you for that.
Mandragoria.
Yeah. It must be a fruit grown over, they
In
said
South
They say
America.
Haran. So that's up above Israel there. Would be in Syria.
Yep.
Terry Perry said they wear veils. He also said that's why some women wear a see-through covering over their face when getting married.
I'm glad you said that. Because when I read the Testament of Joseph, no, it wasn't the Testament of Joseph. It was Joseph and Aspinat. Aspinat. Like we were saying, these women was going crazy over Joseph.
Yeah.
And so he met this one of his who would eventually be his wife, but she went fasting for 7 days after she couldn't have, And the angel came and met with her, and he said, "Go clean yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
You look a mess." She had sackcloth and ashes and all that stuff, and then come back. Well, she went cleaned up and put on a brand new linen outfit,
Mm-hmm.
and she put on the veil. And he said, "What you got the veil on for?" He said, "Today, your head is like that of a young man." Well, that caught my attention. Why you got the veil on?
Yeah.
You're not married. Your head is like that of a young man. Who is the head of the man?
Christ.
Christ. Your head is Christ. You're not married. So it caught my attention.
Yeah.
That you veil up. When Rachel saw Jacob running in the field and coming to him,
Right.
What'd she
put
do?
the veil down.
she put the veil on
Yeah.
because she knew that was her husband.
Right.
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 But she didn't have one on. Go ahead.
She didn't have it on.
Right.
Right. But when she knew that, okay, this is my husband to be and right after that, what did he do? He took her in the tent and he knew her and made her his wife.
Yep.
Just like that. Okay.
Was that a way of the women saying I'm available?
Or
I want to be
I'm
with
covered.
you?
I'm covered.
Covered with.
Saying that I got a husband. I got a cover.
I want to marry. Is that as far as the culture?
No, yeah.
Once they put the veil down,
it's I'm covered. I got a man. I got a husband.
right?
Yeah.
That's what she was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just like the angel said, why you got that veil on?
Yep.
You ain't got no husband. Take that off.
Yep.
Mr. Terry said, "You are right, R.A." He was telling about the plant.
Oh, okay.
Cynthia Vasquez said you have a heart.
Hey, that's hey, Cynthia. Yeah, this is this car.
Vincent.
Oh, that's the one I wanted to know.
Well, she,
Okay. Okay.
Vincent said Bernice Wright is my mother.
Oh, okay. Hey, Miss Bernice. We borrow your son every Friday.
Miss Mary said so informative, brothers. Then she put parentheses elders. I love the teaching. All praise to the Most High.
All
Thank you,
praise,
Miss Mary.
man.
Thank you.
Elders. Oh man.
Wow.
Well,
Issachar was a good brother.
yeah.
Man.
And everything lined up perfect, It just lined up perfect.
That would need. That would need you. That would need you waiting on right now, boy. That Issachar brother.
Working man.
Hard working, faithful, hard working, faithful in the law.
I know. Listen,
They
I
say
would have
fact.
had one out there if I would have.
You know, a good Mexican brother.
That's always up there. They love us. That's why I say I
Mhm.
and it was the women in the men, you know, it was just automatic. I just felt like I was at home with them. That's why I lived when I moved to Arlington. I stayed in what they call Mexico City,
Mm-hmm.
and that's. I mean, I felt like I was at home. I didn't feel
Out of place, nothing.
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
And not understanding why now it's like
Same mama, same daddy.
Same mom and daddy. Yeah.
But they won't tell us that though, you know,
Right.
and they call us by a different name. You know, what he told Abraham was your offspring will be like the sand of the sea.
Right.
You know? Well, when you scatter them out and you give them different names, you don't realize it. But what if we all got together and realized who we were? Come on, man.
Man. And those Jewish people over there in Israel, they know that.
They don't fit the prophecy.
That's right. They got together. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's gonna happen anyway?
Seems like I'm forgetting something important. I just can't remember what it was. Something I wanted to bring out in this. Something I can't remember. Yeah.
Well, there's Issachar.
All right. Well, let's see. Man, we're gonna get done early today.
Oh yeah. So I didn't want to start.
Start with
Yeah, I didn't want to start. Benjamin. Yeah. But that might take us right into 11, 12 o'clock probably. Get on Benjamin.
Well,
so
anybody got anything?
Yeah, I ain't got none.
Nothing. We ain't got nothing. Shit.
Nene? None. You saved it for Thursday. I know what you doing.
Where is the story of Joseph and his wife? That's what D said.
It's oh, sorry about that, D. It's Joseph and Asenath. Aseneth, I think it is.
That sounds right. Aspinall. Say it again. A as well.
I don't know.
Aspinall.
Let me see.
Aspenath.
Is that what it is?
No, go look it up. Aspinall. I think you spelled it right.
Aseneth. Asenath. That's his wife, man, but it's good. It's good. These women was going crazy over Joseph.
Did you get it, Mia? Spell it again one time.
Aseneth.
Asenath. Okay.
And it's on. You can listen to it on YouTube while you reading along with it. I try to print them off by ink. Cheaper.
All right, y'all. Y'all, any more questions, comments, or prayer requests? You can send them in. But I think we're gonna stop it right there before we get into another testament, because it might be a little long.
Good to see you, Miss Margie.
Any prayer requests you can send them in while we're getting ready to sign off. Or questions or comments. Was Andrea on there tonight?
No,
I didn't see her, man.
she working. Yeah. All right, what did I say right there, Rope?
Miss Eva said that fruit was known as fertility fruit for women.
Oh, okay.
He said if he had it, she would have 2 more children. Rachel took the 2 pieces of fruit and didn't use it for herself, but gave them to the priest.
Mm-hmm.
God blessed with 2 children because of her act.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't see that in the Bible. Now we know what.
Miss Bernice said, "I'm right here with you all tonight, listening to what you're discussing and talking about, guys."
All right. Come back
Glad you-
Saturday.
yeah. Glad to have
Hey,
you.
matter of
Glad to
fact,
have you.
hey, right on down the road Friday night.
Glad to have you, Miss
Yeah,
Bernice. Glad to have you.
Miss Eva said his mother.
that was a correction you was trying to read there.
Oh, okay. And Miss Margie said, "Thank you, and I am always here."
All right.
All right.
I was about to ask Ro about you this morning, and then I heard from you. I said, wow. Nietzsche be telling us when somebody cross your mind, check on. All right.
You welcome, Miss Bernice. You welcome.
Yep.
All right. Well, if you know no questions or comments, we're gonna go ahead and send it out here with Ecclesiastes 12:13.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God
Mm-hmm.
and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man."
Right.
Don't y'all forget about Thursday, sister conversation, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. The sister's gonna be ready. I know they got some hot topics to talk about, so they're gonna be ready, y'all. And then again, we'll see y'all also on the Sabbath at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if that is it, we're gonna get ready to say good night.
Good
Enjoy the
night.
rest of your night and shalom.
Shalom. Good night.
Shalom. Love y'all, family.